Well, hello everybody. What in the world is it? Well, sometimes when you get a little frustrated and you're waiting on tooling and you got time to kill, you go ahead and make your own tooling. So this is a DIY slitting saw arbor, and I'll explain a little bit of how I made it and show you the little slitting saw assembled on it. So this is your slitting saw, drops on there. I made a nut with a hollowed inside that's the same diameter. The inside diameter fits nice and snug, and then it screws on. If I'd have really been thinking about it, I would have put left-hand threads on it, but it tightens up and it works really well. So I've already used it. You can see where I've been using it. So you take 1.25 inch, put it here, and give it a little snug when it's in the mill, and no problems. So that slitting saw arbor is very, very functional. So how did I make it? Okay, well, I was doing a video on it, and I apologize for losing the video, but I'll explain how I did do it. So anybody wants to make one, they can give it a shot. Okay, so I started out with a shaft. Of course, center drilled it. Got my live center in the end of a shaft. Okay, I turned the shaft down to 1 inch here. Or I'm sorry, I turned the shaft down to 13/16 here, 7/8 here, and 1 inch here, because these are 1 inch slitting saws. All right, and this step up is 140. So that's 140, and then I got a collar that was part of that, and I just continued cutting across, and I actually cut this down just a little bit because I was kind of marking it on how far to go. So I made this piece 2.25 inches. So I cut this 136 diameter. So we cut it 136 diameter, and then I clipped it off with the cutoff tool at 2.25 inches. So, but before cutting it off, I cut it off between here first, and then I took a 13/16 drill and I drilled completely through. After drilling through, then set the lathe up for 7/8 14 thread pitch. So we cut inside threads with our inside threading tool on a 14 pitch, 7/8 14, and then we also, before cutting off this thing, we went ahead and made our 7/8 14 threads on the outside here, and then we whacked that off, bored this, cut our threads, and then come back to the milling machine and basically assembled everything. And we cut some flats at 1.25 inches. So we got these flats on there at 1.25 inches. So that it was assembled like that. Cut our flats. They're both the same size. Easy peasy. And it made one heck of a stiff and very centered slitting saw arbor. Well, that's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed that. Maybe it give you an idea on how to make a slitting saw arbor. And what I'll probably do is I make some step washers or whatever if I need to space this thing, or do anything crazy with spacing on it later. But basically I needed to do some aluminum slitting, and I needed a new arbor. And I've been waiting on one, and it just hasn't got here. So, being what it is, just had to make one. All right. Thank you for your time. We'll see you later. Bye.